Everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm talking about a video game console evolution. A video game console is an interactive entertainment computer of modified computer system that produces a video display signal, which can be used with a display device, a television, monitor, to display a video game. The term video game console is used to distinguish a machine designed for consumers to buy and use solely for playing video games for a personal computer, which has many other functions or arcade machines, which are designed for business that buy them and then share other. In the history of video game console, there are seven generation. The first generation, although the first computer game appeared in the 1915 years, they were based around vector displays, not analog video. It was not until 1972 that Magnavox related released the first home video game console which could be connected to a TV set, the Magnavox Odyssey, invented by Ralph H. Baer. The second generation, Fairchild released the Fairchild Video Entertainment System, BIS, in 1976. While there had been previous game consoles that used cartridges, either the cartridges had no information and served the same functions and flipping switches, the Odyssey, or the console itself was empty and the cartridge contained all of game's components. The BIS, however, contained a programmable microprocessor, so its cartridges only needed a single room chip to store microprocessor instructions. RCA and Atari soon released their own cartridge-based console, the third generation. In 1983, Nintendo released the Family Computer of or Famicom in Japan. Like the ColecoVision, the Famicom supported high-resolution sprites and tiled backgrounds, but with more colors. This allowed Famicom games to be longer and have more detailed graphics. Nintendo brought their Famicom over the USA in the form of the name Nintendo Entertainment System (NES) in 1985. In the USA, video games were seen as a fad that had already passed. To distinguish its product for older video game consoles, Nintendo used a front-loading cartridge port similar to a VCR on the NES, packaged, packaged the NES with a Super Mario Bros. Game and Light Gun, the zipper. Another, and originally advertised it's a toy. Advertised it's a toy. The plastic robot ROB was also sold as an individual purchase item and in some cases packaged with the NES system. Fourth generation. Sega regained market share by releasing its next generation console, the Mega Drive Genesis, which was released in Japan on October 29th in 1988, in the USA in August 1989, renamed as the Sega Genesis, and in Europe in 1990, 2 years before Nintendo could release the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The fifth generation. The first six generation consoles were the Atari Jaguar and the 3DO. Both of these systems were much more powerful than the Super Nintendo Entertainment System or Sega Genesis. They were better at rendered polygons, could display more on-screen colors, and the 3DO uses discs that contained far more information than cartridges and were cheaper to produce. Neither of these consoles were serious threats to Sega or Nintendo. So, the 3DO cost more than the SNES and Genesis combined, and the Jaguar was extremely difficult to program, leading to a lack of games that used its extra power. Both consoles would be discontinued in 1996. Bandai introduced an Apple Macintosh-based console called the Pippin that was more like a low-cost computer than sixth generation. This generation saw a move toward PC-like architecture in gaming consoles, as well as a shift toward using DVDs for game media. This brought games that were both longer and more visually appealing. Furthermore, this generation also saw experimentation with online console games and implementing boot flash and hard DRBE discontinued. Seventh generation. The features introduced in this generation include the support of new disc formats, Blu-ray discs utilized by the PlayStation 3, and HD DVD supported by the Xbox 360, an optional accessory that was later discontinued as the format was closed. Another new technology is the use of motion as impact and IR tracking as implemented on the Wii and PS3. Also, all 7th generation consoles support the standard wireless controls.